So, Reverend Sharpton, I don't look at the world through political parties. Frankly, it's good to see it's been 20 years since we last spoke. And part of the reason that I came to that event 20 years ago with you is that's what we need in this country.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. And one thing, you know, if you talked, you mentioned we talked 20 years ago, and I'm going to get to that, but you should have known 20 years ago. You're not going to out-talk me, so let me ask my question now.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Wally, and you are now tuned into Playboy Hustlers TV.
Hey, this the King of Melodies beat.
Yo, we are back with some more ViVek Ramaswamy. Yeah, man, you already know right now, it seems like it's him against the world, right? Everybody got him on the stand. Everybody's questioning him, which is definitely not a bad thing. But we should be able to do this to every candidate. Anyone running for any type of seat, office, we should be able to question him the same way he's being questioned. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. I love it. I love it. For those just tuning in, if you're not aware, him and SHarpton actually bumped heads, I believe, either 20 or 30 years ago. And if you haven't seen the clip, and if for some reason you never seen the clip, I got the clip for you, all right? So sit back and react with your boy. We're about to see how this turn of events is about to happen, all right? Let's go, baby.
I need to show you this tape.
Yeah.
Back in 2003, when I ran for president, and you were there to ask me a question at a forum I was doing at Harvard University. So 20 years later, now my turn to ask.
Yo, you could tell he been waiting for this moment all his life now, right? He seen him running. He said, I get to ask you what you asked me. I get it.
Yeah.
Let me first play you the tape of you and I 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Good. Let's get to my question here. Go ahead.
Reverend Sharpton, hello. I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry, and this week and the week before we had Senator Edwards. And my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience.
What? Yeah, he said that with confidence at that.
I got involved in the political movement when I was 12 years old.
See this guy right here? People who talk like this remind me of a hustler talk. You get me?
And I've been involved in social policy for the last 30 years. So don't confuse people that have a job with political experience.
I mean, if you ask me if they're able to hold a job, obviously they got experience, but not for everyone in that case. But homeboy is crazy. He make anything sound great, right?
So 20 years later, now my turn to ask you, of all the Republican candidates out there, why should someone vote for you, the one with the least political experience? And I might add, you've never held office. You've only voted twice.
That's correct.
In the last few elections. You don't even vote regularly.
Yes.
And you support Donald Trump, who never held office until he was president.
My thing is this, right? Why do you have to constantly vote? What if you don't like either party? What if you don't like what's going on and you say, you know what, I will reserve my vote until someone comes in and has something I like what I see? Why is it a problem when you don't vote? What if both parties are not offering what you're looking for, right? And you just want to reserve your vote for the next go around. You get me? I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Well, you putting a different standard on me, but I won't even make the racial application there. Why should we vote for you?
Listen, at the age of 18, I think you persuaded me on that one, that political experience is not the same as holding office.
Yep, he persuaded him. You know why? Because he's a hustler, baby. Allegedly.
Oh,
to tell you the truth, the reason I came out there and I was intrigued.
Can I put out right-wing press that Sharpton converted a young, well, I don't want to take credit for
to believe outside of political experience? You know, I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the things, I'll even give you one more for you, okay? You were the only anti-war candidate back then. I was against the Iraq War. As I recall, you were the only anti-war candidate in either party. Well, guess what? Tables turn now. I'm the only true anti-war candidate in either political party now when it comes to Ukraine. I believe in America First policies. I think this Ukraine war does not advance American interests. I was the only person with the courage to say that on the Republican debate stage last week.
Word, because all those weapons they sending over there, whoever making those weapons, they pockets is fat right now.
The real war I would take on is the war against the administrative state, the shadow government here at home. I think the people who we elect to run the government, once again, ought to be the people who actually run the government, not the cancerous bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. I'll have a 75% headcount reduction for all of the people who weren't elected in Washington, D.C. So this is a very different vision than you hear amongst traditional Democrats for sure, but even amongst traditional Republicans. I want to shut down the administrative state. I want to declare independence from China. I want to grow our economy by drilling and fracking and embracing energy. And I want to revive national pride in this country.
Which I think if Trump and him was to really team up, whether he be the big joker, he be the little joker, or vice versa. What y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments, all right? I know it's going to make a lot of people upset, but what would you think? Economically speaking, not emotionally, all right?
That's not a Republican idea or a Democratic vision. It is a pro-American vision.
But
that's what I stand for. It's why I'm in this race.
I would take issue that when I opposed the war in Iraq and going for weapons of mass destruction that wasn't there, so I ended up being right. You can't compare that to the United States supporting Ukraine defending itself against Russia. So that's
Look, I think there's a myth that Ukraine's actually, I think I was against the Iraq war then, but I'm consistent now. Ukraine is not some democracy that we've now painted it to be.
Word.
I think this is a regime that really has some serious flaws as well.
Ukraine is in.
Yo, you hear this guy right here? We already know what that whole thing is about. It's a land grab, but guess what? You know who it belongs to, baby. We just be butting in everything.
So I think I respectfully disagree with you.
Strategic place where
I respectfully disagree that I do not think
that, but all right, we can agree to disagree on
Ukraine is not a NATO ally, and Ukraine doesn't advance U.S. interests.
Hey, look, for some reason, the U.S. is very great at protecting its interests. You understand me? Wherever they're getting their bread from or who they splitting that check with, they're going to protect it as long as they can. You understand what I mean? Or if it's something they want, hey, you're going to see a lot of our presence there, baby.
That's one of the things that's distinctive about my views.
We disagree respectfully on that. Now, NBC is reporting that you were once a recipient of a fellowship for immigrants and children of immigrants.
Wow. That was different right there, all right? So what do you think about that little heated debate right there? Let me know in the comments. Run it up, flood it up, baby, all right? Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so what do y'all think about this going on right now, man? Are y'all for ViVek? Are y'all against him? Are y'all questioning his skills? Are y'all questioning his ways, his mindset, his rhetoric? What do you think? Let me know if you agree, you disagree, or you on Sharpton's side. Me, personally, listen, hey, I'm for right or wrong. I do not care what party you from. We could still be friends. You get what I'm saying? I would not allow any entity to split me up. You understand what I mean? Alright, so make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell. I will see you in the next one. Love, y'all.